Imagine having the most popular teenage game on Roblox to having no one in your game, all because one person wanted to be greedy. Just kidding on the no one playing it, but let's get into the video. The Hood was one of the most popular games on the Roblox platform back in the year 2021. They went from having the most loyal teenage audience in Roblox to having the biggest fall off in Roblox history. To find out what went wrong, we have to go back to the start. The Hood was first made in January 2019. The game was made to be a competitor to another game called The Streets. The Streets was a game similar to The Hood, being in the same action genre. But The Streets had a problem. They would always be stuck at 1,000 concurrent players. It's like they couldn't blow up for some reason. Some say it was boring, others say it needed more content in the game, and that is where The Hood came in. You see, the creator of The Hood, known as Benoxa, a popular game developer, actually played The Streets before. He saw what The Streets lacked and he capitalized off of it. He basically took what everyone wanted The Streets to be and made his own version of it. The people of The Hood were so creative where they started making events where you could raid servers and even war other crews. People started sharing this to YouTube and TikTok, and The Hood started getting popular every single day. They went from having only 4,000 concurrent players to 50,000 concurrent players at its peak. Everything was going so well for The Hood, everyone was having fun, so they started playing the game every single day, but that's until the community eventually wanted to ask the developers of The Hood if there would be any updates in the game, but they received no response. You see, I forgot to mention that the game went without no updates for an entire year. That's how good the fan base of The Hood was. The game was so raw that no one even cared for updates, which is very rare for a game on the Roblox platform. The community overall were very toxic. The crews would join a public server and start killing everyone in the game for no reason. A person on Reddit came to explain her experience, saying she wanted to play for fun, but now she will never be playing again. But besides the in-game experience, the game was really blowing up on TikTok, pushing more people to play, but the toxicity that was already in the game has spreaded to the new players. There were no updates in the game except for one developer of the name EUMU, but he wasn't actually updating the game. I forgot to mention that The Hood had an exploiter problem where it would be almost an exploiter using aimbot in every game, and when they would get caught, they would get banned immediately. And when they got banned, EUMU offered a service where they can pay $20 to his PayPal account to get unbanned. People were actually doing that too. It was alleged that he was bringing in over $300 every single day from that, which is why some believe they didn't care to update the game because they were busy making money off the ban system. No one noticed, but that right there was the first sign of how this game was going to go. So fast forward a couple months later, the owner, Benoxa, was pretty busy with his new game, All-Star Tower Defense, and he didn't really have time for The Hood, so he gave a huge task to an already moderator of The Hood by the name of Draco Baby. Draco Baby had love for The Hood as well. He played the game every day, owning a crew himself and raiding with them. One day, Draco Baby thought of what can make this game more fun and came up with an idea to make an in-game reward called the Hood Stars. This reward was basically a star above your head for being a top player, creator, or a crew owner, and this drove the community crazy. This is exactly where the game took a turn. November of 2020 is where this program launched. Everyone wanted it and would do anything for it, and I mean, they would do anything for the star above their head, and this is where the toxic aspect of this game primarily started. A few weeks after launching the program, he assigned a specific person by the name of Bullet to manage it for him because he already had the experience to do it. You see, Bullet already had owned a Discord server where people could sell the Hood in-game cash to other people, which had gained over 10,000 members, so he was a great candidate to give it to. So when Bullet was assigned as manager for the group, he immediately gave his two friends a star, which made the community think that it was some type of bias thing going on, which was rumored to be exactly what was going on. Now fast forward to a couple weeks after the program launched, basically everyone who played the game wanted to be in the program at the time. So Bullet created a public event where the known crews of The Hood could try out for it. They tried out by all joining a 20 crew war that was organized by him. But the thing was, only the crews that Bullet had friends in were only allowed to join. The favoritism got so bad that when a popular YouTuber who helped The Hood blow up actually got banned when he tried to expose on what was going on with Bullet being heavily biased. It got to the point where Benoxa, the game owner, had to step in and make it right. Now, time goes on with The Hood being a successful active game. The Hood Stars program actually plays out, and also the game started losing players because everyone knows you have to be a friend of them to actually get into the group, and also there were no updates being in the game. So the next thing Bullet does is make a subscription to where people can get a star and in-game features if they only pay around 15 bucks, which failed horribly. So now, everyone who develops The Hood starts to notice the game falling down. So the owner of the game started to update the game, but it was far too late because everyone switched to their competitors that actually updated their game. But back to The Hood, they added gun skins and a trading feature which actually brung a few players back, but they eventually ended leaving. But as you guys can tell, when a game gets ignored, it will soonly die out and players will get bored. Here's where baddies came in. They did exactly what The Hood did to the streets. The community was not satisfied, so they made an even better game. Baddies today is at 20,000 concurrent players. Another game that took The Hood's audience is Rivals, where they're sitting at 70,000 concurrent players. This just shows the amount of potential that The Hood had, but it was wasted due to poor game management.